DJ over there is going to continue to play the best of That's What I Call 1994. And so go ahead and listen to some Third Eye Doors and watch the Blazers, and we'll start this in 2 minutes. The second, you guys betting on this game? I don't think gambling is legal, so you can't bet on it. But if it was legal, you should bet on it right now. You're betting on comedy? You're going to lose. Never bet on comedy, man, because they say always bet on black, and there's 4 white guys tonight, so... shit out of luck. I know, Salem, man. Well, I got black friends, and Terry's from close to Eugene, so... we're getting some culture in here. All right, guys, looks like we got 2 more minutes of watching Denver's Dabs kick in. Here we go. You got some more Smash Mouth? All right, let's bet. It's going to be Smash Mouth. Oh, it's the other Smash Mouth. Close enough. All right, we could let the game go, but I can't stand Lenny fucking Kravitz, so we had to cut that off and start the comedy show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saturday night. We're going to hopefully do this once a month on the last Saturday. It is cool to see this many people here, knowing there's a strip club right across the street. And they're the same owners, so please go there afterwards and support this place. I think this is their tax write-off. But don't go there until the comedy's done. The pretty girls don't show up until midnight anyways. That's how it works in the strip clubs. Right now they got the mid-shifters. You guys go to the titty bars? Am I the only one that's been in them before? I've spent 10 years in titty bars because I went to Portland State University and then I worked as a strip club DJ. Because that's what I do with my degree. And I can actually say that some of my best friends are strippers. Just like someone from Albany can say some of my best friends are minorities, except some of my best friends really are strippers. Like minerals, automobiles, diamonds, girls named Destiny that should be going by circumstance. You guys enjoying your nachos over there? I don't want to get in the way of the food order. This bar's awesome. You serve Mexican food instead of bullshit. No tater tots here unless you want tater tots. You can get Mexican food. Fuck yeah. Huh? I don't remember asking about your fries. We're talking about tater tots, sir. Please pay attention. Back to the strip clubs. You want to hear about the time a girl tried to blow me for a ride home? This is the most depressing story I have. It's a girl named Sparkle from Hard Candy. You guys remember Hard Candy? It was a house. Just a house. And then half of it burned, and they said, let's make the rest of it a strip club. And instead of a rack, they had chains that hung in front of the dancers. So if you got one of those uppity feminist strippers that was like, I'm doing this to be empowered, Hard Candy was like, no, you're a zoo animal. You're going to sit here behind chains, and we're going to throw things at you. And there will be a man that says, do not touch them, just like the zoo animals. And I met a really nice girl named Sparkle. And she was a white Crip from Alaska. And Sparkle asked me for a ride home. And the ride home was about 1 mile. And I said, yes. And she got in my car, true story, and said, hey, DJ, if I need to blow you for the ride home, I need to do it now because I'm going to throw up. That was considerate. Like, she was thinking ahead of time that I didn't want to be digging corn out of my pubes in Polk County nonetheless. This was West Salem, so they wouldn't have understood. But I looked her directly in the eye and said something totally fucked up that she'd never heard before. I said, Sparkle, you can give me gas money for a ride home. Her mind was blown that she did not have to pay for things in blowjobs. I explained to her how currency worked, what a credit card was. And I wondered how long she'd made it that far in life thinking you could just pay for shit in BJ's. What happens when she goes to the Dollar Tree? How many dicks get sucked for the single serving packets of toilet paper? And then I worked at a place in Gresham. Do you guys know Gresham? It's like Portland's Oakland. And I worked at a place out there called the Pitiful Princess. Yeah, again, you don't walk into a place like that with a degree from women's studies. You walk into a place like that with no idea there's a class called women's studies. And so I go to the Pitiful Princess and I had to throw a lady out, if you're eating stop, for selling shots of her breast milk. I know it, but I'm on the autism spectrum, so all I thought about was how much were you charging per ounce? And I asked her, I was like, this is a morbid question, but how do you charge someone for titty milk? And she said, well, it was $17. And at that moment, I realized that men are more morbid and twisted than women are, and here's why. A woman might be selling her shots of breast milk, but you've never bought a 17 sack of weed. You've never thrown the number 17 out when selling anything. If someone said, how much gas do you want? You've never said $17. This means someone haggled for her breast milk. She probably threw out a nice round even number like, hey, $20. And the guy looked at his wallet and he's like, well, I have $17. Like it was Let's Make a Deal or eBay. And I thought maybe the guy from Pawn Stars was going to the strip club. And she's like, this is my child's life source. I'd like $50 a cup. And he goes, nah, I'm an expert on titties. Best I could do is $17. Okay, we'll not make fun of the strippers. I was a strip club DJ, but then I went back and forth between the genius and the retarded classes when I was younger. And then my shrink told me a couple years ago that he could put me in a group called the Autism Spectrum Disorder. And I said, but I don't want to be in an indie rock band. And he goes, no, it just means you're an asshole and you think you're better than everyone else. You have no social skills. And I said, but I don't want to be in an indie rock band. But what it means is I'm on the autism spectrum, so how cool would it be if I went back in the strip club DJ booth, right? I just pretended to be hella autistic, like Rain Man autistic. The girls would be in the dressing room like, we have this new DJ, he's like retarded and artistic or something. And I'd be up in the booth going full Rain Man on these girls. Like, it's $12 at each stage, 2 people at each stage, $24 per person per girl per song, it's $48 at the end of the 2 songs sets. This is 2 chains, it's got 2 chains, not 3 chains, he says his name. AC/DC has 57 songs, his Bond was gone, they all sound the same, Bond was gone. I don't think, are you guys hiring DJs as stars? How fun would that be right now, just to roll in there and mess with these ladies? But, I do make fun of dancers a lot, and I shouldn't, because I'm from Humboldt County, California, and we have people called stoners. No woo. No, stoners are white people that have run out of culture, and the only thing they have is their bong. And they cling to every aspect of it. Do you realize that you are the only people that make your drug a lifestyle? Like, if someone's into heroin, they don't have pictures of needles hanging in black lights, and we don't go to, like, heroin on the river. But I'm a stoner. I smoke more weed than the next guy, which is why I can make fun of you, because we're one of the same. We're going to do dabs in the parking lot. Dabs. It's completely natural, man. I know it's a waxy substance we smoke out of a light bulb, but it is completely fucking natural, all right, man? Just like the cocoa leaf I've been snorting in the bathroom. It is completely and 100% natural. Well, I moved to Humboldt County, and they smoke way too much weed down there. Way too much weed. I got rented a room because I was a Capricorn. The lady denied 3 other people housing because they were not the appropriate astrological sign. This is Capricorn privilege. You have to smoke a lot of weed to believe in bullshit like astrology. These are people that say things like, Christianity's a myth. My boyfriend told me so, he gets me, he's an Aquarius. And I got rented a room because I'm a Capricorn. How fucked up is that? Like Capricorn privilege. Like if I drive my Libra homie through South Salem, he's like, nah man, you better take the wheel. Cops around here don't like air signs. And they denied 2 other people housing because they were the wrong sign. Like a judge looked at this case and was like, well, it's a well-known fact that a Scorpio will stain the shit out of your carpet. Case dismissed. You are now homeless because you were born literally 2 days too early. That's screwed up. But what's really screwed up is the fact that I heard a public service announcement on the way back from Humboldt County. Bon Jovi for the United States military. Do we have a room full of Bon Jovi fans? Are you booing Bon Jovi or are you booing me? We can stereotype Bon Jovi fans. It's not okay to be racist or homophobic, but it's okay to say that the average Bon Jovi fan is a fat chick named Tammy with a she mullet that works at the gas station for her juggalo boyfriend Mitch. That lady is your average Bon Jovi fan, right? Tell me if this isn't the scariest shit you've ever heard. Bon Jovi comes on the radio and goes, "Hi guys, I'm Jonathan Bon Jovi for the United States military. We gotta hold on to what we've got. We gotta hold on to what we've got as a country, guys. Join the United States military." I'm not making any of that up. Not one branch of the military, the entire goddamn military. Do you know the next lyric to that song? It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. That's a really shitty attitude to take to battle. Could you picture the president up there on TV like, well, we've got each other, and that's enough for love. I mean, we'll give this a shot. We're halfway there, all right? These troops are living on a prayer. What's messed up is it's the only depressing Bon Jovi song. It's a song about a white trash couple who's looking for work after Johnny lived on the docks and the union went on strike and all that. I know way too much about Bon Jovi. What's messed up is any other Bon Jovi song would have got us into war much better. Like, you know, wanted, dead or alive, terrorists. It's like, it's my life and I'm gonna join the United States military. Shot through the heart, you take credit. They're trying to kill us. I think we went to war with North Korea and we just said, we need a disposable army. Who we get rid of without a rights group popping out of San Francisco and saying we're discriminating? And the gays and the minorities all got together and said Bon Jovi fans. No one gives a shit about Bon Jovi fans. I'll get a comic up here, but I got a really sad true story that might get me shot in Salem. Do you guys know that the guy from Journey lives here? Okay. I went and played a casino for our headliner here, our feature, and I was scared shitless. I told all these jokes about stupid shit that I've been saying, cussed on the mic, talked about strippers, and the headliner gets pulled aside about me. Goes, "The drummer from Journey is a personal friend of the casino, all right? That is not cool. I fucked up by making fun of Journey. So do I have your permission to make fun of Journey?" All right. If you're friends with this guy, that's all right. You know why? Because he's a millionaire. He's in Journey. I might see $75 for this show tonight. So he's well off. But the following is not a true story. Notice the air quotes there? Air quotes are the best thing ever invented. So, how's your relationship doing? Great food. Heard your kid ended his life. Yeah, I love you. Let's get married. I'm not telling a true story. Guy from Journey comes into my club. Goes, "Hey, I'm the drummer from Journey." And I go, "Hi, I'm Ray. I'm your DJ." "Hey, I'm the drummer from Journey. Thanks for playing Journey. I love Journey. I'm in Journey." Okay. So I go ask my coke dealer friend, whose name will remain anonymous because this is a totally true story. "Hey, is the drummer from Journey, like, kicking it in Oregon?" He goes, "Yeah. He bought my boat." I go, "Why would you sell your boat?" He goes, "No, he bought $35,000 worth of cocaine from me. And I used that to pay for a new boat." I said, "That's cool." He goes, "No, what happened was he ended up taking out a $20,000 loan on the 2016 Journey tour. You know what he bought with that money? Want to take a guess? More coke! Yeah, but he's in debt for this coke now. And he has to tour with Journey dead sober. Journey is the scariest thing in this guy's world. Like, random drunk white girls love Journey. Watch this. She's just a small town girl. Every time. It's Pavlovian. Journey is uplifting and happy, but not to the guy that is $60,000 in debt for cocaine, that has to go play Don't Stop Believing for Japanese people to make this money back. So to him, Journey's a horror movie. But if you think about it, every Journey song already written is a horror movie. When the lights go down in the city, loving, touching, squeezing. Right? Follow me here. Dark Alley. The movie announcer goes, she's just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. She took a midnight train going anywhere. And then you see the train. A singer in a smoky room. You get the fucking picture, right? Alright, so I took this idea and I wrote it down for Christopher Nolan's Don't Stop Believing, written by Ray McMillan. The suspense horror thriller of the year. And you know what my producer said? You know what he said? He said, Ray, we can't make your script. The movie never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. That was a fucking terrible joke. I'm gonna get off stage now. Do you guys want to see some actual comics come up here and kill it tonight? There will not be a naked woman on the stage, so you have to get the energy a little bit louder. Do you want some fucking stand-up comedy, Salem? Alex Elkin's gonna headline with Eric Alexander Moore. Terry Guy all the way from down south are gonna support. But first, all the way from outer space, aka West Salem, we have a man by the name of Terrence Creswell, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for him!
Had a long day today. Had a really bad attitude about it, so I decided I'm probably just gonna phone it in this evening. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally gonna blow your mind. Ow! Woo! Yeah! Woo! All right! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Actually, I really did have a bad day today. If you're ever walking along the beach and you find a jellyfish, no one should ever give a jellyfish acid, because the jellyfish is just left sitting there like, am I the devil? Last Easter, we went over to my family's, and everybody was running around having an amazing Easter. Everybody except for my kid, he was off in the corner having a bad Easter. So I went over to him and I was like, what's the matter? Do you want to go look for some candy? No. Do you want to go get something to eat? No. Do you want to wait a while and then go do something? No. Do you ever want to do anything? No. So I says to him, well, you're going to have to come out of your shell sometime. Do you want to dye an egg? Hey, what does Smurfs call surfing? Whoever just said that, could you not yell out my punchlines? You know how they say you can't tune a fish, but you can tune a piano? Yes you can. It's called tuna fishing. What are you even talking about? And no, I can't tune a piano. So shut up. God, it's no longer socially acceptable in the United States to make fun of me for being gay. Because I'm not. I don't think gay people should be allowed to get married. They should just have to live in sin. No one should ever call a gay person a fairy. Or a midget, because gay people are real people just like me and you. I want to be a hermaphrodite, but only if my penis can be inside of my vagina and they're facing opposite directions. Not if I just have a vagina with a ball sack. How many black people does it take to screw in a light bulb? 0. This is the year 2015 and I can do it myself. You know how women have been complaining for years that they don't get equal pay? Well, why don't you just go and have a period? The other day I totally had dirty sex with this hot girl. We were naked, my penis was in her vagina. What a mess. No, not that day, the other one, the one that was a long time ago. I used to be sexually frustrated, now I'm starting to get seriously sexually pissed off. I know you're not supposed to hit ladies, and I don't, so ladies, if you ever see me giving you a creepy or weird look, I just want sex. It's because I recently just broke up with my ex-girlfriend. Seemed like the only thing we had in common is I had a penis and she had a vagina. For those of you who don't know my ex-girlfriend, good, you're better for having never known her. Let's just put it this way. She's not the kind of person that makes other people whole. She's more like the kind of person that takes the better half, keeps it all to herself, and leaves you with the half that she shatters into 1,000 pieces. Now I'm the single father of a 4-year-old, which is good because single fathers sound so much sexier and more dangerous than two loving parents staying together and raising their child. Yep, I have a kid I only see half the time now, and I can tell you he's a really special little guy. Just a little while ago, I was looking over at him thinking to myself, now there's something you don't see every day. Women shouldn't complain when men run off and leave the kids. I'd love it if women would run off and leave the kids. A guy walks into a bar. He's got a monkey under his arm. The bartender's like, is that a monkey under your arm? The guy's like, yeah, is that all right? The bartender says, sure, it's just a little unusual, that's all. And the guy says, that's not unusual. This is unusual. And he lifts up his arm, and the monkey runs off. And everything disappears except for the bartender's head. And the bartender's head's just left floating there in the middle of total and complete nothingness. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Terrence Creswell. I don't know what the doll is for. I like how you just have one. This guy's walking downtown by Kraftwerks, and I see him, and he doesn't see me, and he has his baby, and he's looking all weird, and I just yell from the corner, I go, hey, that's not your baby! And he just walks faster. And I go, hey, Terrence, it's Ray. And he stops and goes, oh, Ray. Yes, this is my baby. Where were you going to run to if it wasn't me? Were you going to run through downtown Salem with your own child until you had your own Amber Alert? If you hear a Terrence Creswell alert, don't pay any attention. The kid is totally safe. His dad's just creepy. One more time for Terrence. It's hard to open up a room like this. Coming up next is a guy that looked at me one day and said, you know, we're just above open mic, but we're way too shitty to ever feature in legitimate spots. So he came up with the just above the threshold of amateur tour. where me and this guy are going to drive in a fucking 2003 Hyundai through Reno and Humboldt County in San Francisco. So it's going to get weird, and you look like a serial killer, and I clearly sell drugs. So let's give it up for Terry Guile. It might be the last time you ever see him if the Reno gets to him. Terry Guile, all the way from Brownsville, Oregon.
Keep it going for Ray. He's an awesome host, isn't he? Fucking Ray, come on. And I've never done comedy at a cantina, so I'm going to take a picture. You guys just gotta hang on a second.
Don't tag me.
Oh, you're tagged. It's going on my Instagram. Many people look at me and they say, "You have an Instagram?" I would never think you'd have an Instagram. Well, here's what happened. I accidentally signed up for it not too long ago. What happened was I was out of my medical marijuana, and apparently I misunderstood what the whole website's about. I guess they just want me to put pictures of my weed on there, but I'm going to start my own website. It's called Insta Ounce, because the gram's never enough. Weed's going to be legal pretty soon in July. That's pretty awesome for people like me and Ray and everybody in this building. But I look at it this way, you know, weed's legal already for medical purposes, and I get a little pissed off when there's naysayers that say, you know, weed's not medicine. You just want an excuse to be able to get high with your friends and not get in trouble for it. No, I have friends and family with legitimate things that are wrong with them that the weed actually helps them. Like I got a friend with epilepsy. I can't say it right, but epilepsy, how do you say it? He has epilepsy, and he said that when he takes his medical marijuana, it calms down his epileptic fits. And I was so impressed. I thought that was so awesome. I said, dude, you smoke weed and you don't have seizures? And he's like, well, I still have them. But it's just like, it's a mellow seizure. Nobody falls down, nobody gets hurt. So it's pretty cool. You guys should get your weed card if you have an ingrown hair, bad back. You can pretty much get it for anything, or you can just wait for a couple months and it'll be legal. We were out in the alleyway. Well, it's not really an alley, it's a parking lot before the show, not smoking weed. And my friend looked at me and he kind of offended me. He said, dude, he's like, you're kind of like high maintenance, man. And I was offended. I said, I don't agree, that's not nice. And he said, no, don't take it the wrong way. I just mean you look like a really stoned janitor. And I said, thank you, that's what I'm going to be for Halloween this year, high maintenance man. I'll come to your house, I'll smoke your weed, clean up your room. Maybe not in that order, but sometimes I smoke weed, I get a little paranoid. I know a lot of people do that too. I pulled into the parking lot and I was really stoned. And then as soon as I shut off the car, my phone went beep, beep, which means notification. I looked at it and it said, Chode Wrangler followed you. I looked at my rear view. Turns out it was just a new Twitter follower. Follow Chode Wrangler, he does funny tweets. He's a cool dude. So being paranoid, you know, sometimes lately I've been paranoid in my own house. I don't know if anybody else has had to deal with this, but my son's Xbox recently got stolen out of my house. It's got me uneasy in my own home. It feels bad. I don't really know how to deal with it. And by it, I mean the guilt. Because he's like 24 and he don't pay no rent, so I had to pay that electric bill somehow. Got $100 off Craigslist. Just don't tell him that I took his... See, and some of you might have kids, you might understand, you might not. We don't have kids anymore. We have grown-ups, which kind of sucks because they still live in our house. Kids are cool. Grown-ups aren't that cool when they're living in your house. But kids say cool stuff. Also, kids say shitty stuff. I don't know if you know this or not. I love kids and everything, but I fucking hate kids because kids are mean sometimes. Like, we were watching my godson last weekend, and I went to take him to the store because I felt charitable. I was going to buy him a popsicle. And we get out to the car and he said, hey Terry, he goes, how come you have such a crappy car? I got offended again. And I thought to myself, friends wouldn't say that to each other. Why would? And what came out of my mouth was actually, I don't know, why is your mom having an affair with Uncle Tony? It's brutal honesty that he gave to me. I gave it back to him. He instantly started crying. I had to buy him 2 popsicles at the store. It was a sad situation. And until you've had a family and had kids and raised them and went through all the things that it takes to raise a family, you never really know what it's like to want to kill somebody. And you can't do that because they'll put you in jail. And I'm afraid of jail. I've heard that if you go to jail, you could get stabbed in the butt with a penis or a shiv, which either one, not a good deal. Not a good deal. You guys are awesome. I like that you're laughing at these things. Way better crowd than we get at the Denny's in Albany where we do comedy sometimes. We used to bring joy to those people so much so that we caused a big fight afterwards. They were so happy. And this lady was super drunk and she's trying to make her way back to her car across the parking lot. She's visibly intoxicated and visually impaired, I'd like to say, because she could see okay, but she looked fucking weird. So I call her visually impaired, and she tripped over her high heel, flipped her shoe off, and fell down and stubbed her camel toe on the pavement. And that was gross, because I've never seen anything like that before.
I think you will be.
All right, let's see here. I wear a watch now, but so that way I don't have to look at my cell phone, because I'm too busy looking at my fucking notes. A little bit about myself. I didn't go to college right when I got out of high school because I'm a stoner and I thought that would be stupid to do. So I took the other route, and what I did is I studied abroad for 2 years. And it was after about 2 years that I realized that she was just a bitch. And so I went back to college. I recently got my first massage. I won it on Facebook, which is a thing. Click this, like this post, and you'll get a free massage. So I got this massage. My wife took me. She had some errands to run. And the first thing she said when I was going up to the door, she's like, "You better not get a boner." And I said, okay. And I was hoping that it was some like Helga chick from Germany that was oversized and had a heavy accent. But unfortunately, it was a hot chick named Megan. Megan with an H. She made it even hotter. And so, don't get a boner. And then the wife goes to do her errands, and then she comes back, and I'm feeling pretty loose and good. It was a great massage. Come out, first thing she says, "Did you get a boner?" I said, "No, I didn't get the boner." I asked her 3 times. No, just kidding. But no, I'd like to say this. I'm tired of I'm going to say it. I'm tired of fat chicks saying that they're big boned. Because that's not fucking possible. Bones don't get that big, and if they did, that'd be a medical anomaly. And that's one thing that the Megan chick said to me when she came up and we got to the room. She's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm not fat, I'm big boned." I was like, she was skinny. I was like, "What do you even mean?" She's like, "Oh, I only have sex with black guys." I said, "That's a totally different spin on being big boned." I don't really understand that. That's all right. And then there was some young people when I came out, and they were like, "Oh," they referred to me as that older guy. I got fucking pissed again. I've been getting pissed lately. I said, "I'm not older. I'm the fucking age that I am right now." I'll be older next month. Hey, when I was younger though, just a few months ago, or maybe last year sometime, I got to do the first time ever. Went to my first same-sex marriage ceremony in my little podunk town of Brownsville, Oregon. And it was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys are into gay marriage, but it's pretty awesome. I got to see 2 pretty good-looking girls make out in public in wedding dresses. That was awesome. And then it proved my point that I've been telling my wife for years now, weddings are gay. And I found out from those ladies that the quality of life is very comparable to the quality of a vagina. It's all about how much you put into it. Come on. And the quality of a vagina is also compared to how much life has came out of it, because...
No!
I know. So, okay, we're going to jump ahead. We got a couple good comments coming up. I'm going to do a few more and get out of here. I got my car back from the mechanic recently because it was not running right. And when I got it back, I said, "So how's she running?" Because cars are females. I said, "How's she running?" He said, "She's running like a raped ape." Now, I don't know if any of you have heard that phrase, but every time I've heard it, it's came out of a mechanic's mouth. And I don't understand where the comparison is for a raped ape and a car that runs good. I mean, if it was running like a raped ape, it'd probably be running around going, like trying to get away from you or something? I don't know. Hey, is there any music fans in that fucking building tonight? I'm a music fan, and I still like them, but it's coming up on like the 21st anniversary of his death. I love Nirvana. I'm going to say it. I get a lot of flack from my friends. I used to be, still am, a metalhead. A lot of my metalhead friends used to give me flack. They're like, why do you like Nirvana? They can't even play their instruments. But I loved them, so I put a sticker on my vehicle to be proud, you know. And over the years, the letters have been randomly peeling off. And now my Nirvana sticker is an NRA sticker, which is kind of ironic because he shot himself in the face with a gun. Kurt Kablam. And you know, they say that suicide is a cowardly way to go, you know. And I think the opposite a little bit. You got to be pretty brave to, like, you know, do the act, you know. And I'm not really suicidal, but if I was, I think I'd be too much of a pussy, and I'd probably just like try to go out into the woods and maybe kill myself with like a bear. Like I could just take off all my clothes and smear my body with honey and period blood and just run through the woods saying, come on, bear, get me. And if he didn't get me, I'd just go back home. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to end on this. My dad has always told me that I should carry a gun for protection. I'm not into that. I know a lot of people give me flack for not having a gun in my house for protection. He told me I should always, like when I turned 21, he said, always take a gun with you, like when you go on a date for protection. I said, that's cool, because I fucking hate using condoms. My name's Terry Guile. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. Give it up for Ray McMillan. Terry Guile, one more time. Make some noise. Come on. We're getting there. Getting there. He talked about being suicidal. You guys all from Salem? You know, this is like the Applebee's of Oregon. Like, it's very depressing to live in Salem. Would you agree, or are you guys happy to live here? This is, okay, I brought up suicide. That was not a good look. But I'm just going to say that if you were to kill yourself in Salem, do you know that the tallest building in Salem is the state capitol? By statute, you have to be no taller than the state capitol. Do you know what's on top of the state capitol? That shiny gold logger. I don't mean Hefeweizen. I mean, it's a statue of a shiny gold logger. So if you were to kill yourself in Salem, you'd have to climb to the top of the state capitol because it's the tallest building. How much fun would it be to wear like a giant gold zoot suit and spray paint your skin gold and stand right next to that guy for like an hour until some lady in traffic was staring at it, just depressed in rush hour? And she saw the gold man from the top of the state capitol just say, fuck it, I'm done with Salem, and just jump off there. Land on the ground. My God, dude, you brought up Kurt Cobain. People are depressed. He's up here. And the next comic actually will talk to you with respect. He has these things he uses his act that are prohibited in Portland comedy. They're called punchlines. It's insane. And this cat is about to tour all the way through the South. He is driving his ass to Florida, under Colorado. Again, we may never see this guy in Oregon again. This might be the last time you get to see Alex Elkin before he shows up on the news next to a headline involving, I don't know, a trucker and a Klansman and an explosion. Well, you guys want to see him or not? He's the host of All Comedy 1450 every fucking day of the work week. Sorry for popping your speakers. Alex Elkin, everybody from Eugene, Oregon.
All right, hey, keep it going for Ray. And all the other comics you've seen tonight. This is great, Woody's. Nice job. Man, we could have done this shit in my car. Could have passed around a bowl. Got some Hennessy in there. What's going on in the back? Came to party, bro. What do you got? Tell some jokes, Ringling Brothers. Thought they got rid of the elephants this year. Well, hey everybody, I'm excited to be here. You guys excited to be here? You're damn right. We're in Salem, we're in the state capitol. You people are my people, y'all own guns, man, right on. I came here from Eugene. Anybody been to Eugene? Yeah, okay. Yeah, now I know who I'm selling weed to at the end of this shit. Eugene is fun, man. Eugene's like living in the Shire. Everybody's got some hole dug out of the side of a hill they call their house. They're all in their basements, you know, look at me, Frodo, I can brew my own beer. And they got all these little people running around with hairy feet. They just call them lesbians. I'm not opposed to the lesbian. I'm just saying shave your fucking toes, all right? The Birkenstocks are revealing. Everybody gets confused when I go up on stage because they're like, man, Hagrid from Harry Potter must have fucked up. What's he doing here in Salem, Woody's, for 6 people? I drove 50 miles for some kick-ass chicken strips, though, so thank you, guys. That shit's hand-breaded. Fuck you, Carl's Jr. You ain't got shit. Fuck a Carl's Jr. It's all about Del Taco, homie. What? You're the only Mexican I've ever met who likes Del Taco. They all work there, but none of those fuckers are in the drive-thru. You know that, man. It's all white dudes. Let me get a chimichanga. No, oh yeah, she wants a chicken quesadilla and I want some guacamoles. Give me a bunch of Del Scorcho, bro. That's their version of Spanish. Del Scorcho means that shit'll burn you twice. Dose, homie. Coming in and coming out of Del Scorcho. Everybody was talking about this show on Facebook and they're like, hey, you should come out because it's right next to a strip club. Like we're all gonna just fucking get together and do a panty raid like we're at camp or something. Come on, let's go hit the strip club! Oh! We get our asses fucking tased. 40 people are dead in Salem tonight after a panty raid on Stars Cabaret. We just came out for comedy. I'm not a strip club kind of guy, I'm really not. I feel like that's like walking into fucking hometown, paying for food and letting everybody else eat in front of you. You know? I was telling people, fuck it. You know what, if you're that hard up for spending cash, take me to Del Taco and buy me some shit. I will sit on your lap and eat it in front of you. I'll put some Del Scorcho on that shit. We'll have a good time. No eye contact for the dudes, though. I love your body language for a comedy show, man. It's fucking perfect. This guy ain't fucking funny. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, man. Your beers, are you having a good time, at least? Good, okay, good. I'm glad you came out. The beer's not full? This guy needs another beer. Give it up for your waitstaff. They're kicking ass tonight. They're smoking hot. You know, I love places where, like, you know you don't have a fucking chance with the waitstaff. So then I don't have to worry about it, you know? I don't know. I could just sit back and let my belly hang out because I don't have a fucking chance with them. I'm not gonna suck that shit in for them. Bitches don't care. I'm sorry, hoes. These hoes don't care. Sorry, bitches hate being called hoes. So I was in Eugene, and I don't know if you've been to Eugene, you know that's where they invented homeless people. It's true, we don't even call them homeless anymore, they're just feral. They're just feral people, just wandering the streets. And you gotta battle downtown like you're in an episode of The Walking Dead. And they're not looking for brains though, they're just like, change. And it's funny too because like, that's like the minors of homelessness. You know, if they get really good at it, they get bumped up to the majors in Portland, and then they start off their homelessness career. But if they can't hang in the majors, they get bumped down to AAA, and that's when they come to Salem. They're like, fuck it, this is what I can do with my homelessness. I'm not against, you know, look, if that's the choice, you know, sometimes the thing is like, there's older homeless dudes where you can't help it. Life just handed you a big fucking dick burrito, and you gotta put some Del Scorcho and take a big fucking bite. of that life burrito of dickness, and now you're under a fucking bridge. Okay, that sucks. What pisses me off is when you see fuckers my age or younger. You've already given up on life. You've already failed. You haven't even tried stand-up comedy. You don't know failure, asshole. Get a fucking job, sir. They've all got their little clever signs, too. It's like, we'll work for food. What the fuck you think I'm working for, dickhead? You think this shit just happened? This takes fucking work, asshole. This is McDonald's that I paid for. They got their clever signs. You know what? There was this one guy. He said, "A bitch can't hit me with a quarter." So I'm like, "You wait right there. I'm going to the bank." I turned in a 10. I got a roll. Fucking flinging them in. Fuck you. Because you've already given up, and then I don't know. We got any animal lovers here? Do people love animals? Yeah. Okay, one person. Everybody else is like, fuck animals, dude. Fucking animals are stupid. All right. Well, even if you don't like them, you know, still, it's a dick move. If you're gonna be fucking homeless and you decide that you're gonna live a shit life because you're gonna eat dick burritos with Del Scorcho, and now you're gonna make this fucking dog do the same thing. You're gonna tether this poor defenseless animal to your fucking hip 24 hours, and you know that dog is like, hey man, when do we go inside? We've been out here forever. And you're asking me for shit. Hey man, you got any extra money? What the fuck is extra money? Has anybody looked in their pocket and been like, what the hell, is that another $20 bill? God damn it. Keep getting rid of all this extra money. It's fucking feral people majoring in entitlement at the U of O. They're getting free grant money for living on the fucking street. And they just want to go to a 50-minute class to get warm. Here's why I'm kind of bitter about it. I'll tell you a true story. I work downtown in Eugene. And I passed by this kid, and he's got this sign, and it's like, have you seen these people that are, I mean, you're on the corner. You're expecting people in cars to look at your sign and have pity upon you or your fucking rabbit you have on a leash and give you money, right? And his sign was like, Chapter 1. My life has been a rough, tangled web of blah, 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 blah. This light changed, asshole. I'm gone. And it's all this, it's this message, and I'm walking by him, and he's like, hey, give me a smoke. You got an extra smoke? I'm like, no, they only put 20 in my pack, man. And he's like, well, can I have one? And I looked at my pack, I had one cigarette left. I said, well, okay, if I give you this, can I buy something from you? With my cigarette? Can I give this to you? Can I get 1 week of fucking peace? Can I walk by here on this street without having you come up to me and ask for something else that I can provide for you? Can I get one fucking 5 days where you're not telling me that I'm a fucking slave because I'm walking to work to earn money like a fucking prostitute? Can I get 1 fucking week with this cigarette where you don't ask me for shit like you're my fucking wife or my kids? Can I get 1 fucking week? I'll give you a high five and a fuck yeah. For my last smoke, I'm like, yeah, it's a good deal here. And I'm standing there like a dipshit. And this little chick comes walking up, and she's got groceries, which means she probably lives somewhere. She's putting this shit in cupboards, you know? And she walks up, and she's like, I like your message. What are you saying? Well, I just feel like people that work for a living are fucking slaves. They're just trying to, like, earn this dollar, and they're just fucking whores for it. Can I have $1? Meanwhile, I'm standing here like this. I did not get my high five nor my fuck yeah. So that's when I decided I'm done. I'm not fucking giving you any more shit. And here's the pisser, folks. I walked into a Dairy Mart to buy a new pack of smokes, and they would take neither a high five or a fuck yeah. These slaves wanted money. Fucking money. Hey, you're a slave. No, you're a fucking slave. Get rid of your dog. That dog is like, you know what? I could kill a bird. You know what? I saw some shit that I could eat. No, that's fine. I'll stay connected to you. Just lay there and drink your beer. We'll have another leisurely afternoon. No? All right. No. Just my observation. I should explain the hair. I'm not one of those dirty fucking hippies from Eugene. I don't even belong there. I got more than 4% body fat, and I don't like granola. But let me explain the hair. I am not going for fat Jesus. I've been working on my ab. Fuck you, Salem. What happened was earlier last year I produced a stand-up comedy show, and I wanted to do it for a good cause, so I partnered up with the American Cancer Society, because #fuck cancer. Yeah. It's the same people that love animals. Everybody else is like, no, I'm fine with cancer. No, I think it's good for the population. #fuck you, fat guy from Lost. I told American Cancer Society, let's do a comedy show. We'll call it Laughter's the Best Medicine, and I'm going to give you the profits of the show. Yeah, but we didn't. No, don't clap because we didn't make a profit. I lost my fucking ass on that one. Apparently everybody feels the rest of the way that you people do. They're like, no, fuck cancer, it's fine. I'm not raising money for that shit, it's already here. So I decided my contribution would be, I'm growing my fucking hair out and I'm going to donate it to somebody that can use it a lot more than I can. So that's why it looks like this. And, yeah. You shouldn't clap for that either, because I'm a fucking asshole. I'm a prophet? No. Fat G, yeah, I know, thank you, very good. You should... We'll get together later and we can work on shapes and colors. It's like, just kidding. Fat Jesus! I thought he was talking about Jesus to say whatever. Fuck it, I thought he meant Jesus at the Jiffy Lube right now. I'm sick of this hair, man. It's getting in the way. It gets in my mouth when I'm eating Captain Crunch in the morning. I'm swallowing my own hair. My shit is furry. I'm so sick of it. It'd be a lot longer, except I keep lighting it on fire every time I hit the bong. I gotta get rid of this. So what happened was I found out that if you go to like certain haircut places, they will give you a free haircut if you donate your hair. So 4 days ago, I walked into a Great Clips and I said, hi, I'd like to donate. She goes, oh, sorry, you're not long enough. I said, no, my hair. I want to donate my hair. Fucking bitch. She goes, you need at least 12 inches from the base. Fuck. I said, I can give you a solid 7, but you're going to have to really drive that ruler into my ball sack, lady. And get a fucking plastic one, not wood. I'm coming back to bed with a bunch of splinters all over that shit, bits of toilet paper and blood. That's sexy. Looks like a beaten up elephant. You're welcome for that visual, boys. Now you got something to think about when you're docking later. Or whatever you guys do in Salem. I don't know what you guys do. So I did not get my hair cut, needless to say. I did not. So you guys are filming this for, what is this, community public television or something?
That's right.
All right. This can't get air. How can you air this? I mean, seriously, you know. And now, for your public access pleasure, a bunch of fat guys saying fuck next to a strip club. Who wants to look at this at 12:30 in the morning? They're fucking smoking pot and they're like, we interrupt Andy Griffith to bring you comedy from Woody's. And he's like looking at his wife, honey, is this show getting progressively fatter? Started out really thin, and then everybody just got bigger. It's like they put them in alphabetical order. I just weigh more than the last guy. That's the only reason I'm up here right now. I ate the chicken strips and then they weighed our asses. Like, well, looks like you're finished, Elkin. You want to suck down a little more ranch just to make sure? Fucking ranch, that's gonna be a currency in America, folks. Everybody wants ranch. You love ranch, you love it. Who loves ranch, right? Fucking ranch, dude. I was in a comedy club, Harvey's up in Portland, and they put you up in the comedy condo. And the one thing you learn about the comedy condo is you don't eat the fucking ranch. I don't know what it is about comedy condo refrigerators, but comics think it's funny to jizz in everything. Like it's it's a rite of passage. Well, I'm on the road, might as well come into this. So nobody ever, I buy my own shit and I like quarantine it in the fridge just to make sure I don't get jizz in my peanut butter. I was trying to put lemon pepper on something. And on the top of the lemon pepper was this hard nugget of lemon. I'm like, who the fuck has time to jizz into lemon pepper? Don't you have work to do? Don't you have other gigs to do? Oh, you know what, Barry, listen, I can't book that right now. I got a lot of work to do. No, it's just that I'm really busy. That's new. I'm working it out. But it's gross. It's really true. It's like they tell you, don't eat anything in the fridge. Somebody jizzed in it. What kind of people are we where that's what we do? I can understand, like when I go to a hotel room, first thing I do is make a fort out of the beds, But I'm not jizzing on everything. Jizzing into lemon pepper. Career's on fire, folks. Career is on fucking fire. My wife and I, we celebrated 12 years married on the 28th of February. Everybody, 12 years? Not in a row. We're actually not together right now. I'm just too fat to get the ring off. We went out to celebrate our 12th, because 12 years and she's still after it. Fuck yeah. Yeah, baby. Are you guys married?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're not touching. That's why I can tell. She likes to fucking had it with you, Derek. Damn it, I wanted to go to Chili's. How long have you guys been married?
20 years.
20 years? Wow, give it up for 20. Damn, that's my sleep number. Good for you guys. You guys have kids together? Oh, that's why you're out here drinking. I know. We are KID positive. I got kids. I got two boys. They're 10 and 7, right? Yeah, they're out in the car. And don't judge me. I left them with some cigarettes and some Z-Quil. They're good kids. Call it the Cosby concoction for the millennium. You what?
NyQuil and duct tape.
NyQuil. Oh, you've been reading Casey Anthony's how-to book. Fucking creepy. I like to creep people out at Walmart at like 2 a.m. Is that gonna be all for you? Yep, that's it, just the candy and the duct tape, and I'll be on my way. Yeah, so I got kids. Oh, man. It's like, you know what, when they're, I don't know, how old are your kids?
18, 16, and 12.
Oh shit, so like you're in the thick of dickheadedness. Are they all boys?
The two oldest.
The two old, then you got a girl? Oh no. I hear that, because I got two boys, I'm so worried for you. Is she starting to get, is she hot?
Yeah.
Alright, send me pictures. Because you're gonna have, seriously, because like your number one goal is to keep her off the pole, right, Dad? I know. Well, I got two boys. I tell them every day. I gotta remind them. You need to cover that shit up, kids. Wrap it up. Jimmy up, kids. Because I remind my boys every day. Listen, don't ever get a girl pregnant. The worst thing you could ever do in life is to have a child. I tell that to him individually. Remember, you're my favorite. I love you. Go on. And the other one comes in. Don't ever have a child. I love you. You're my favorite. Get out of here. Kids are the worst. They ruin everything. They ruin everything. They are the biggest cock blockers I have ever met in my life. My 10-year-old has just discovered that we have sex. And so he's like, you know, as soon as when it gets quiet in our bedroom, that's when he comes in and wants to lie down with us. What you doing? I'm trying to get laid, fucker. My 10-year-old's nickname is the ugly friend at the bar. Because he's just a cock blocker. We can't even fuck anymore. We've been married 12 years and we don't fuck. We have to live. We have to call it living. Your kids put on a movie. We're going to go live in the bedroom for just a few minutes. My 10-year-old, this is a true story. My 10-year-old asked me, he goes, how come you always tell us you're moving furniture, but it always looks the same in there? I go, well, we're just trying to feng shui it, you know, and don't worry about the drywall on your mama's forehead. That'll come off. It ain't easy fucking Shrek, man. I take my woman over my shoulder like a fucking caveman. Rah! Lay her ass down, put her where I want her. Lay down the law. I'm like a doctor. Lay back, you'll feel a slight prick. This is the worst bed to fuck on though, because we got this bed. We got one of those big old, like the De La Cucaracha specials that have like the remote controls. And they like vibrate and it adjusts. It'll give you a fucking reach around, but this is the worst bed to fuck on because it's got this big giant crack in the middle of it, and that's where we end up. You know, we'll be like getting down all of a sudden like, oh shit, I think I broke something. I get sucked into the crevice. She's like, wrong hole! And the thing is, because we got kids, and I've got a big old 150-pound lap dog, she's a bloodhound named Cornbread. I get about 18 inches of my California King bed by the end of the night, man. I started popping Viagra just so I don't roll out of the son of a bitch. I got a little kickstand. And it's so funny, too, when we went to go buy the thing for our anniversary, we get the whole sales pitch, and the guy's like, well, you know, listen, we've got all kinds of different mattresses. Remember, we've got your Serta Perfect Sleeper, we've got your Posturepedic, we've got memory foam. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He goes, well, it'll remember the shape of your body. I'm like, so I gotta worry about my bed getting Alzheimer's now? Like it's not gonna remember where my butt grooves are or something? And then here's the, oh my God, I'm not kidding. They did the test. They did the TV. He hands me a glass of red wine. And he goes, go ahead, put it down on the bed, sir. Like, who the fuck does this? Nobody's got a nightstand in Oregon? You know? Oh, honey, where should I put this? Oh, put it on the bed, it's fine. That's only 300 count Egyptian cotton from Bed Bath & Beyond. It's fine. I put the wine on the bed. He hands my wife a 6-pound bowling ball. And he goes, go ahead, drop it. The wine doesn't move. And I'm giving him the slow clap, you know. Because the only thing that proves to me is that when she won't put out, she can't feel me jerking off. Thank you, that's funny, good. Did you get that? Community television guy? That one joke was funny, the rest of this is shit. The rest of this is absolute bull, but that one. Yeah, comedy gold, fat stuff. You all right, Ray? You're pacing around like you got autism. It's so funny. I love this guy. He's too fucking smart for his own good. But he's so fucking autistic that he gives you these backhanded compliments and you're like, thanks? He comes over to my house and he tells my wife, he goes, you know, out of all my married comedian friends, you're the least bitchy of the wives. Like, first of all, you know 4 fucking comics that are married. That's a pretty short list, man. But you gotta forgive him, you know, because he's fucking, you know, he's fucking challenged, you know. He's fucking Rain Man of comedy, you know. He's too smart. That's why I hate him. We were talking about it the other day. We both hate Portland comedy. Because you guys ever seen Good Morning Vietnam?
No.
All right, well then why don't you go step outside for 2 minutes, asshole? No! No, I've never seen it and I don't want to hear about it. You got anything else? You got any Les Miserables jokes, funny man? Love that show. Portland comics are just like that one fucking sergeant that was just a dickhead that thought he was funny, you know. He's like, oh, my name is Franchi, and I'm telling jokes on the radio. And everybody's looking at him, and it's just crickets. They're like sitting here like this guy. In my heart, I know I'm funny. Sure you are, Portland comics. Sure you are. I'm an alt comic. Yeah, so you do the alternative to comedy. Just fucking make people leave. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, excuse me, I'm a storyteller. I'm a long form comic. No, you just babble until you finally get somebody to say, you ain't no comic. Shit. That pisses me off, man, because you know what? The thing is, March 14th of this year, folks, and I ain't bullshitting you, March 14th, 1994 was the first time I stepped on stage and called myself a stand-up comic.
Yeah. You can drink now.
21, yeah, I can drink in comedy. 21 fucking years at this, man, and, you know, still look at where I'm at. I mean, this is, you know, don't woo this yet, baby. You know, I'm happy to be here because I like doing these rooms. But it took me about 12 years to stop sucking. And then it took me another 4 years to learn how to make money at it. And now I don't have a day job, so I can call myself a comedian, right? You know what I mean? But you get these fucking Portland comics that go up there and like, well, I went to an open mic and I did my fucking a baby in the eye joke and it did pretty well. Where's my sitcom? You know? And it's like, you haven't lived a life. You don't know the struggle, motherfucker. You never slept outside of a fucking improv auditioning for the second seat as the last comic standing. You haven't fucking blown a fucking Louis Anderson in the back seat of a Lincoln to open for his fat ass in Vegas. Don't shake your head at me, fucker. That's just living the dream. Just living the fucking, that's life with Louis right there. Well, you can just go ahead and give it to me. That's fucking the life, man. You ain't no comic. You're a fucking dishwasher that gets up on stage at night and offends people while they drink. You know? And they're so proud of themselves. Like, oh, last night I totally made all these fucking stupid ass tourists that were drinking beer and stuff leave because I dropped the C-bomb 4 times. Meanwhile, the bar owner's like, fuck, you know, I'm trying to like, you know, keep this place afloat. And you're over here dropping the mic after you drop a C-bomb. You walk out of here. Meanwhile, this guy's left to pick up the pieces going, don't worry, folks, it'll be better next week. Please come back. And they're like, yeah, fucking showed that man. Let's go ruin more comedy around town. In my heart, I know that I'm funny. Fuck you. And they've all got an agenda, every one of them. They're all some sort of message that they've got to share with us, because this is what we need. Advice from 23-year-olds. The fuck do these people know? That's like when Mormon kids come to my door. Like, you're 14 years old, I still see pimples, you don't have 3 pubes on you, but your name tag says elder? What the fuck are you elder of? What have you seen in your lifetime, Elder Chris? That allows you to be an elder? The new iteration of the Thundercats? What are you elder of? You come knocking on my door at 8:30 in the morning. You park your bikes on my weed plants. You come here with your Detective Sipowicz short sleeve shirts with your ties on. I got you. You should come to all my shows. Well, sir, we thought we'd offer you the Book of Mormon. No, I got enough coasters, Jebediah. Thank you. Has this ever happened to you? My robe's flapping open. I sleep naked, motherfuckers. You're welcome for that visual again. I'm giving them an anatomy lesson. Well, would you like to come join the Mormon church? No, thank you. I need that tithe money for weed, Hezekiah. Well, part of our mission, sir, is we'd like to help you with some chores around the house. Come on in. Elder Craig, great. This happened to me 3 weeks ago. They don't come to my house anymore. I put these kids to work, man. I'm like, all right, well, listen, the floor's got to get done. That grout hasn't seen a sponge in months, okay? Really get down there, elbow grease. You know, I'm going to be over here playing Angry Birds and Candy Crush. And I'm asking them about their religion, you know, because I'm not a total D-bag. I'm like, so what's up, Hezekiah? How come Mormons can't drink Coke or coffee? Oh, we don't know, sir. We just have a burning in the bosom. Like, you should stay away from pizza after midnight. You guys are like gremlins. And here's what I don't understand. I'm pretty well versed in the art of being progressive, I guess it is. I'm okay with, you know, look, whatever you want to do. If you're a man and you fucking want to identify as a chick, you know, hey, that's all right. You know, just don't fucking shove it down my throat, literally, you know. You know, I don't need to tell people, hi, I'm a heterosexual comedian. At night, I put my dick into pussies. Are you getting this, community television access guy? Because on the exterior, I'm like really, you know, I'm tolerant, you know, and I'm supportive. But see, inside, I relate to, and I guess I identify as a misogynist bigot. So like on the outside, I'm totally there for your gay marriage, but inside I'm like, oh, that's fucking gross. Yuck, they're gonna do it. He's gonna do that guy in the butt. No, you're not with me on that? Anyway, it was something Ray and I were talking about. I think it's funny, you know, because everybody's like, because I don't know if you know that at my elementary school, my kids' elementary school, they want to put in a 3rd bathroom for the elementary school student that identifies himself as a female. Because at, you know, 9 years old, you got all that shit figured out. I mean, it first started when we couldn't make the kids peanut butter and jelly anymore. We got a note, please do not send peanut or anything peanut related to our school. One of our students has a peanut allergy and could die. Listen, I'm all, I'm empathetic. That sucks. I got kids, and if they had a problem like that, but I got a little problem with that because, we can't afford fucking meat, okay? So peanut butter and jelly is about the best we can do. If your kid can't inhale peanut dust, I got 2 words for you fuckers. Homeschool. Since when does your kid get to dictate what the fuck everybody else gets to do in this? I mean, what happened, America? It's like we handed over our balls sometime in the feminist movement of the 70s and said, all right, well, you girls can vote. I don't know how that happened. I mean, we voted on it, but... Don't fuck us, okay? No, it's great, it's wonderful. We're gonna wear pants and fuck our briefcases. We don't need men anymore. We're independent women. Until the divorce comes through. I need half of what he makes, Your Honor. I can't survive on my own. I got other boys' babies to feed. Are you getting this? Community access guy? He's good. They're all going to be sitting there like, oh my God, is that the fat guy from Hawaii 5-0? What's he doing at Woody's? Drinking vodka. So I questioned these Mormon kids. I was like, what's going on with the church, you guys? I don't agree with fucking racism. Not in church, not in religion. We're all God's children. And it's like, I don't know if you know this, but the Mormon church would not let black people into the church because they had the mark of Cain until about 1978, right? Until, BYU needed a front line. So, we're like, come on in. You guys line up right here. Oh, we only need 9 of you. That's fine. I was like, what's up with that? What's up with the racism and segregation? Because here's my view on it, man. I don't care. I want everybody in my heaven. I want everybody. I want black people because I want a choir I can listen to. I want a real bass player up there. You know what I mean? I want all the Asians because it wouldn't be heaven without orange chicken fuckers. You need General Tso's up there. And I want the Mormons up there too because, I'm going to need somebody to wash my car. I don't understand. They're like, well, we don't know, sir. We just have a burning in the bosom. I'm like, all right, fine. That's cool. You guys, it's getting late. You should get out of here. But why don't you just finish up this load of laundry and you guys can go. Make sure you separate all the whites from the colors. Oh, what am I telling you guys for? So they don't come back to my house anymore. That's a true story. What's that?
Big fucking shock.
Big fucking shock? No, the big fucking shock was yesterday when I could actually see my dick. I'm not big on New Year's resolutions. Did anybody do a New Year's resolution? No, nobody gives a shit about that. I figure if I'm going to break promises to somebody, I'm just going to tell my kids I'm paying for their college education. But I told myself this year I got to do something. You know what I mean? Look at me, I look fucking ridiculous. I'm huge. And are you getting all this, CCTV guy? Are you getting all my chins, you motherfucker? I told myself I was going to lose 75 pounds this year. So here we are at the end of March. I only got 83 to go. And it's moving along. I tried everything, man. I struggled with it my whole life. And you know what? Somebody fucking actually said to me, and you people with curves can help me out here. You know what this feels like. This guy, he comes up and he's like, hey, put on a few pounds, huh? What's going on? Who the fuck are you? Seriously, who do you know? It's like, why in the world would you think that's an appropriate fucking thing to say to somebody after not seeing them for a while, I don't get it. And here's the thing. I don't hear you giving me a phone call going, hey, let's go for a walk. You know, you're not calling me up saying, well, I'm going for a hike, why don't you come along? No, you're just there to point out the fucking problems of the fact that, yeah, life got in the way and I stopped getting up and moving more than I shoved shit in my face. Plus Easter candy is on sale, so fuck you. You gotta have me my Cadbury eggs, man.
Yeah.
You like those things, Ray? Nice.
Until they change.
I know, it's true. Yeah, they're shutting down. We can't get any more Cadbury from England anymore. Yeah, it's true. They're going to make it right here in the U.S., which sucks. Because you know they'll fuck it up. The U.S. fucks up everything. Look what they did to the presidency. Oh, I'm sorry. Did we all vote for Obama here in Salem? I didn't think so, you fuckers. Look, I'm not politically. I'm sure he's a good swimmer. I'm just saying. It's fucking. It's time to go. Man. I can't listen to his fucking speeches anymore. I can't. You know? And now this whole thing against Israel, you know, it's like, well, you know, what we need to do is get America back on track. We need to start creating jobs. We got to get schools back to where they need to be. We need to kill the Jews. Who's with me? Come on. Mr. President? Come on, I'm running for king. Let's do it. It's the right thing to do. You want to have a good time? Watch a presidential speech with Barack Obama, and every time he reads off the teleprompter, it's the right thing to do. You take a shot. You will be fucking schnockered in 2.5 minutes, guaranteed. He always knows. He's like Dr. Laura. It's the right thing to do, and that's what I'm going to do. Bill Clinton's like, damn, I should have done that. That was the right thing to do. I'm sorry, but what happened to our fucking country? We turned into pussies. We let this little fucking Asian guy from North Korea tell us we can't go see a movie? Yeah, did anybody see that piece of shit, the interview? I mean, who cares that they were right? You know, that was an awful fucking flick, but still, we should make that decision. Yet they shut down the whole distribution, and these pussies that starred in it, James Franco and Seth fucking Rogen, went into hiding because they were worried that North Korea might hurt them. If the interview was starring fucking Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, this would be a different story altogether. Mr. De Niro, Kim Jong-un says that he will release havoc if you release this film, the interview. Oh, is that what he said? You tell that fucking gook. If he wants to have a sit down with me, we can talk it out man to man. Everybody's like, did he just say the G word? It's North Korea, folks. We can hate them. It's all right. Yeah, this is 1984, folks. We've always hated North Korea. We are at war at North Korea. We've always been at war with North Korea. We always will be at war with North Korea until we're not at war with North Korea. Nobody read 1984 in this fucking room. Okay. Television viewers at home, if you read 1984. Perhaps we can correspond.
We read it in 1984.
You read it in 1984?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Freedom is slavery.
Freedom is slavery. That's right. You're slave to the dollar, fucker. Now give me a cigarette. Welcome, you guys. How much do you want me to keep going or what? I don't know. Are you guys bored yet? I feel like I'm holding you guys comedy hostage, you know? You can't leave it! I got more jokes to tell! I was talking about my royal fatness. I struggled with it, you guys. I have my whole fucking life. I tried the pills. I did milkshakes, but fucking Haagen-Dazs is expensive, man. Somebody turned me on to the Salem diet. I was doing meth. Salem diet. That guy's silly. I tried it. I didn't lose a lot of pounds, but I did lose a few grams in teeth. So that was cool. I actually, you know what I did? I went and joined a gym. And I don't fucking belong at a gym. I don't belong there. This is for homosexuals and women to sweat in front of other homosexuals and women and talk about how good each other looks. Oh my God, Rodrigo, your abs are fab. Thank you. I've been working all week on them right now. You have to strive for the best and forget the rest. Oh my God, that is so good. Where did you learn that? It was on a bumper sticker on the way into the gym. These are real conversations here. And I went into the gym and I gave it the old college try, man. I put on gym shoes and gym shorts and gym shirt and I called myself Jim. I did. I threw my Egg McMuffin wrapper away and I walked in. And I don't know if they could see me coming or if they could smell the bacon coming out from between my thighs because I was wearing corduroy. But at every gym, they've got the same big 10-foot tall recruiter dude, you know, this big Adonis, blonde hair. Dirk is his name at every single, hey, what's going on? My name's Dirk. You thinking of joining here, bro? And I don't know if he was calling me bra or if he was saying I needed one. And he goes, I want you to know, bro, that in here, there's hope. What the fuck are you, Barack Obama? What do you mean there's hope in here? He goes, when I first started here, bro, I used to look just like you. Like, when did you ever look like it? When you were born? I look like Shrek and Hagrid had a baby. You fucking kidding me? This guy was crafted by God himself. He probably doesn't even have a fucking belly button. This guy's got to carry around an umbrella just to deflect all the pussy that gets thrown at him throughout the course of a day. Just women are like, oh my God, it's Dirk! Ah! 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 Whoa. It's really coming down. Did I lose you? I don't know, man. He tells me, he goes, you know what, bro, $60 a month here, I'm gonna get you ripped. And I'm like, Dirk, $60 a month? That's $60 a workout. I'm no geologist, but I need that money for weed, Dirk. He puts me on this machine, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm flailing arms and legs. My head's hanging upside down, turning purple. My hair's getting caught in the gears. And I got all these fucking skinny bitches all lined up there at my station because they know fatty's getting off real quick. Like, you almost done? I gotta work on my glutes. I'm like, no, I'm gluten free. All these little vegan bitches that look like this. Fucking skinny little olive oils, man. What happened to curves, ladies? What happened to curves on our women, girls? Yeah. Should be proud of that shit. Nobody wants to fuck this. This is a bag of antlers right here. Just, oh, yeah. Oh, clickety, clackety, clickety, clackety. I feel like Popeye talking to these guys. Hey, are those your tits or your backbones? I can't tell. We got feral people in Eugene walking up to these girls like, hey, you want to finish this sandwich? I'm not going to eat it. You look starved to death. What happened to curves, man? I like curves. I like a big girl, you know? I like a big woman because when you turn off the lights, everything you grab is a titty. That's what I get. Zzz. That's it. It's just an electrical buzz of laughter. Zzz. That's awesome. You should come with me and her to all my shows. She'll repeat everything I say and then laugh, and you can just be like, Zzz. Like, yeah. I don't know if you know this is a strip club across the street. We're all gonna go afterwards. Yeah, we have a hashtag for it and everything. It's called Woody's Woody. We're gonna roll over there like, yeah, panty raid, bitches! You can make it rain up in this bitch with nickels. Ow, ow, ow. Man, I'm sweating like a bus driver in Israel right now, Jesus. It's hard work being up here, kids. Speaking of them, I should get back to them. They're in the car still. If you guys are interested, I do have, I got some shirts, I got DVDs, if you guys want to come out and check it out. I guess not. Okay. How much? I'll work out a deal, man. Work out a deal. Ladies, if you like, I know the hair is beautiful. It's only $2 to run your fingers through it. $5 for dudes, but no eye contact. That's where I draw the line. I should get out of here. I've been up here a while, right? It's been a while. What was that?
Someone else can do it.
Do you know me? I can't see anything. I'm blinded by the light. I am racked up like a deuce, another runner in the night. I'm trying to think of that killer bit that I can do for you that would make you laugh, because now I can feel like the tension in the room. They're like swarming sharks going, you had us, and then you went too far. It's like you were playing blackjack. You were $5 ahead. You should have cashed out, fucker. My shirt? What's that? What happened when I find tits in the dark? Everything? I know. Yeah. Yeah, we did that. I know, I stopped there. It's because nobody was into it. Everybody, you know, I can feel it. You know what I mean? Everybody, you can see, you can watch it on my DVD. It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. You have one, don't you? You know what? A woman bought my DVD, and her car got broken into, and they stole her fucking chapstick, but they left my DVD. That's a true story. They're like, oh, lip balm, I can use this. Some bullshit comedian? Bleh. Must have been a fucking vegan. Vegans piss me off. Any vegans here? Raise your hand. Can you? No, you're too weak, huh? Oh, Jesus. Oh, I need some beans. I need some protein. Vegans are pussy. Vegans become vegans for two reasons, man. They're sick of people stealing their lunches in the break room, and they don't want to help anybody move. You might as well get a Somalian 9-year-old Girl Scout to pick up a couch before you get a Moon Glow and Rain Song to put down their bag of broccoli for 5 fucking minutes. Like, hey, Rain, can you get this lamp? Just a moment, bro. I'm unifying my soul with this carrot. You're done. You pussy. How the hell do these people eat vegetables without ranch anyway? Right? Vegetables are a vehicle for ranch. I mean, shit, we found the Hidden Valley hippies. Take advantage of it. I was 20 when I figured out celery's not a spoon. Over there at parties, like, oh, peanut butter and raisins. What else we got? I was not invited back to a lot of parties. I was in Portland and somebody comes up and he's like, excuse me, I thought your vegan material was offensive. I'm a level 2 vegan. I don't eat anything with a face. And I'm like, you show me a vegan that doesn't eat anything with a face and I will show you his unsatisfied girlfriend. I'm sorry, you gotta fucking spread out the beef curtains once in a while, boys. You kidding me? I couldn't do it, man. I love meat too much. And I can't be with a woman that's vegan. Are you kidding me? I won't be with a woman that won't put meat in her mouth. Are you kidding me? That's gonna be like prom night all over again. She'll be like, no, stop it. Come on, just the tip. No. That's the dangerous part. Yeah, but it looks like a mushroom. The gluten-free people, they're even worse, man. It's like gluten-free people got together with vegans one day and they're like, how can we make going out to lunch with our friends more uncomfortable? You know? Oh, I've got dietary concerns. You know what? Then stay the fuck home. How's it going, bro? Did you go take a shit or what? Nice. Local comedian was killed tonight outside of Stars Cabaret. The assailant was a Salem man wearing a DC cap. Witnesses described him, yeah, he just had his arms folded the whole show. He got up to take a shit. I didn't know he was getting a gun. I'm Alex Elkin. You guys have been so much fun. Hey, find me on Facebook. Come talk to me.
One more time again, Alex Elkin. If we want to have more quality comedy like that, we got to give it up one more time. Make some noise if you enjoyed this. You come back again next month on the last Saturday. You can find him on Facebook. It's Alex Elkin Comedian, and he's got a real life persona as well. And I don't want to rub my hand through your hair. You'd have to pay me because my hand would smell like Dollar Tree shampoo for about a good 6 weeks after that. But if you want to go and buy his DVD or t-shirt or something, go support him one more time. He drove all the way from Eugene, Oregon. Actually, he drove from Springfield, which is even farther, and it requires a lot more ammunition and armor to get out of. So before we leave tonight, I had a couple comics show up that didn't have slots. Do you guys want the open mic portion? We got any comics here? Is Chad still in the building? Will? All right. John Meek is completely shithouse. This guy is tanked like a small Lebanese village right now. Like, if I pulled you over, I wouldn't ask how much you've had to drink. I'd say, where is she and is she okay? That's what you look like. You look like you're coming from a Woodburn area domestic violence situation right now. And you have a Christmas sweater on. It is fucking April in 3 days, and you still have a Christmas sweater on. So, this might not be entertaining, but I did promise an open mic portion of the night. These sets are really short because the paid staff here is really, really sick of this shit. So we're gonna get to... Alright, here's how we have comedy here more often. You all need to go on Facebook and poach a bunch of people from other events and tell them to come here. And we'll do this the last Saturday of the month. One more time for Alex Elkin, your headliner. He's gonna be famous, man. He's gonna be open up for shitty comics like Jeff Dunham and Carrot Top. Just in a few. Hey, look, say what you want about Jeff Dunham and Carrot Top, but you gotta give those guys props. Oh, wow, that was hacky.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there? You want to know a worse joke? You know what you call inappropriately whistling at a deaf girl? Schrodinger's catcalling.
Nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about with me.
You're so aggro. This is like a Pantera show now.
Nobody got me.
Yeah, metal!
I'm gonna go and cut myself.
The next comic is very, very relaxed, so we need to change the energy from Pantera to Sam Hall. If you were to purchase a comedian at the Starbucks CDs section, and that person had talent, his name would be Chad Johnson. You guys, the next open micer lives in a storage unit on the way to Minto Brown Island. He lives illegally above people that keep crank and heroin. He is living for $200 a month driving your pizza so he knows where you live, and he is off the radar. If you don't laugh at his jokes, you could end up dead. No one will ever find out about it. Chad Johnson, a serial killer in the making, everybody. Chad Johnson.
I have never been called a serial killer to get up on stage, but I like it a lot. Thank you for enjoying me as a serial killer. I look threatening, right? Oh, right. No, I figured that would go just that way. I smoked a lot of weed earlier. all these people that are around me. You guys. Hey. All right. Anyway, I just got off work, and I didn't just get off work. I'm lying to you, but you're not listening, so it doesn't matter. You guys are. Fuck you guys, both of you. Hi, I'm lying. I didn't just get off work. What I did was I got off work and I went home and I grabbed my dog and I took a nap up against my dog and I woke up with a flea in my eyebrow. Yeah, so that's what I did instead of. Anyway, I used to get off work and drive I-5 home every day. I got off work and I drove right here, right back there. And there's a porch out there that I used to drive by. And one time I honked my horn and a girl flashed me her boobies, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, right? Boobies." Yeah, okay, cool. I figured that would work. So every time I drive right there, I honk my horn. I recommend everybody does that if they want to see boobies, because there are always drunk girls, and drunk girls do that for some reason. They're like, "Whoa, let's check out titties." Yeah, you need attention. Okay, your dad wasn't okay. Sorry. Anybody? Does anybody here have a dad?
No.
By a round of applause, do you have a father, a dad? Okay. I'm actually more interested in the people that like slump down in their chairs. They're like, oh, I kind of don't have a. No, I don't have a dad. I do now. He, like when I turned 18, he was like, "Hey, bro, you want to hang out and stuff?" I was like, "But you left when I was 6. Sure, I guess. You smoke weed, right? Sweet." But like I run into all these issues now where I don't know how to do shit. Like my oil was just leaking just so much, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta change my oil." And then I was with this girl, she's like, "Oh, okay, so just do it." And I was like, "What?" But don't you drive to the place and you have the dude go under your car and do that while you read a magazine? That's not how you change your... Okay, so I don't know how to change my oil. I don't know how to fix a lawnmower. I don't know how to... Me and my sister changed my tire. I got my sister's help to change my tire. That's how much I don't have a dad. I learned how to do things off YouTube now. It's a lot easier than like anything else. So thanks YouTube Dad for helping me through life. I have YouTube Dad. It's nice. Next thing, I didn't have a dad growing up, but I was raised by my mom and my sister. So you guys see how I'm standing right now? That'll just happen. I get called a faggot a lot. I'm okay with that. I've gotten used to it. It's just like a part of like being physically expressive and like carrying around a fucking purse, which I fucking have over there. It has deodorant, hairspray, and a cuticle pusher backer thingy, because my cuticles sometimes get... I understand. But it's just, I don't know. Being raised by your mom and your sister, I have a weird mom. She used to either have seizures or fake seizures, depending on who you're talking to in my family. When I was a kid, I never knew it was right. So that was confusing. And my boss right now is like a better sister than my sister has ever been. So I was raised by those people who weren't really there. And my dad, so I'm just venting to everybody here. Nobody, that's just kind of how it is. So I was really insecure growing up. There was one day where my sister's like, "Hey, here's how I'm gonna dress you today, because I know what's right." Hawaiian shirt, some like black jeans. Don't worry about what I'm wearing now. And they were rolled up at the bottom weird, and some like really brown lugs. And that was the 8th grade. She's like, "You look great," and the pictures are terrible. I was insecure as a kid. Jesus, man, get on track is what I'm saying to myself. This is all just like, I was delivering pieces today and I was like, I'm fucking sad. I gotta just write. I did, and then here you go, I'm sorry. But when I was a kid, I wished I wasn't me a lot. I had a lot of very friends with their parents that were like well off, and so they're all structured and everything, and so I wished I was other people a lot. And I was like, they seemed like they had this shit figured out. And it just turned out they had middle school abs, and I was a fat kid. So it was just like, oh, that's what I want. Okay, I was a fat kid. Yeah. John, see, I like John. John's one of my favorite people in the world. Oh man. That doesn't like come across tonight, but he's great. Anyway, What was I talking about? What was the last thing I was talking? You're actually paying attention, which is no? Okay. Anyway, my daughter's 3. I have a daughter. She's 3. I'm not gay. I just come off as gay. Man.
You're really gay.
John has called me a faggot more than anybody else that I have ever seen or met. I'm not gay. I get called gay. I get called a gay in bathrooms a lot. One time is enough. And it was so traumatic. I was at the urinal and there was a guy. There was no divider, so the guy goes up to the urinal and I'm doing my thing and he pulls up in a car, I guess. So he is doing his stuff right there, and I just said, I wish my peripheral vision wasn't so good. And he just like, oh, okay. And then he just like went and peed in the stall, and they called me a faggot on the way out of the bathroom. So I do get called. Yeah, that happens. What? That was a light, audible light. Okay. My daughter is weird. I have a daughter. I was married. My daughter has the ex-wife hold attached to. Yeah, I came out and then I wasn't married anymore. Just for you. But that's not really what happened. My daughter, she's a weird fucking person, and I'm weird and I'm crazy and I vent to strangers because it makes me feel better. So you understand that I'm weird and that I think oddly. And okay, so my daughter's adorable. She's the best. She does weird things. I speak oddly, and so by she went down a slide. Okay, she went down a slide at a park, and she goes, "I like that slide so much." That's how my daughter's weird. And I was like, "Oh, okay. How much did you like it?" And she goes, "This much." That's not enough. And I was like, "Oh yeah?" And she goes, "This much." And I was like, "Awesome." She's like expressive that way. And then I thought, wait a second, because I'm crazy. Is it a good thing that my daughter expresses excitement by spreading her legs at 3 years old? Is that a thing that I should be concerned about? And then, of course, I'm just sitting there on a park bench like crazy, just like, is that something that should, is it like, no, okay, cool. And then I talk about it in front of people, they go, ooh, you shouldn't say that out loud at all. So anyway, she's happy, she's happy, she's cool, she likes to love everything, and my ex-wife is just kind of a big negative thing. So I like to kind of get back at her in a way that I can't get in trouble for, which is nice. So my daughter's 3 and she likes to give everybody hugs and tell them she loves them and stuff. And I was like, hey, next time you see your mom, give her one of Mommy's special hugs. And she's like, what's that? I'm like, well, you know that part on her tummy where she doesn't like you to touch it or talk about it because she had you and it's all fucking ruined there? You know that part? She's like, yeah. I was like, so Mommy's special hug is when you run up to her and you grab that as hard as you can, and you just shake it. And that's Mommy's special hug. And she's like, okay, I'll do that. And you just, every fucking time you see her, yes, thank you. And thank you guys. You've been a great crowd. Oh, I told a lot of lies up here. Good night, everyone.
Stand for Chad Johnson, everybody. He has a brand new pair of neon shoelaces every time I see him. We're gonna have one more open micer, but Chad, you date the wrong single moms. I've dated single moms that have amazing bodies when they're naked. And the one lady that I dated that had the most perfect body when she was naked, I was like, why do your tits look so good? You've had 3 kids. And she goes, I didn't feed him with these fucking things. That's a woman, all right? That's what you need to look for, is a woman that's down to deprive her child of its life source so her titties can stay bouncy enough for you to get a boner. That's the kind of girl you need to go for. Not the Chef Boyardee abs. Not the chick that she's got a sarlacc pit. You know, no. You need to go for a respectable woman. Speaking of respectable women, our next guest is the exact opposite. He's a creepy man. He's had this mustache since 8th grade. He takes fashion tips from gay Hitler. He has brand new turquoise shoes. Let's hear it for Will Gibbons, the last of the open micer for the night. And make sure you tip out. Do not drive if you've been drinking.
Confused? Well, I did sleep. I didn't sleep very well last night because I was too busy daydreaming. It'll take a minute. I also had a threesome. A couple people didn't show up. But I still had a goddamn good time. Yeah. You know the phrase, you snooze, you lose? Well, I know it's true. I slept through every English class. I snoozed and I losed. So far, so good. Thank you very much. 2 jokes that are excellent, out of the way. Yes. Recently, a bartender asked me if I wanted super salad. I said a salad without powers is fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. My dad does have allergies. Allergies does come from pollen. And pollen is when flowers can't keep it in their plants. So they should go to Planned Parenthood. No, this guy's shaking his head. All right, maybe they shouldn't. Welcome to the Comedy After Hours, Will Gibbons Show. Thank you very much. Yes, what you said. I acknowledge that. No, I really do like the fact that I recently went up to a construction worker and was like, hey, this is a poorly made foundation. He turned to me and he said, thanks for the construction criticism. Yeah, no, it actually happened. Also, ladies, if you want, after the show, which is after me, come to us. You're welcome to come to a circle jerk. You can put your hands, you can put your fingers in your vaginas. Hey, I'm just telling jokes. I'm doing nothing wrong here. Right. Where there's a will, there's a ray. See? Yeah. Clap if you like my comedy. Yes. Wow. I acknowledge those clapping. I wish I could clap as well right now, because I like all of you as well. I like all of you more than I like my own comedy. How about that? That's an excellent statement right there. Holy cow. Holy cheeseburgers. Yeah. I just saw that because cheeseburger plus beef, $10. That's a good deal. That's beer. Okay. I thought it said beef from here. I know it's really hard to read that. All right. Thank you so much for paying attention to me.
Will Gibbons, everybody! All right, here's what you saw tonight. You saw a headliner comic, you saw us features, you saw some open micers. Normally we'd be done, but there's one more person that wanted to come on stage and tell jokes, and this is your sound guy. Where's the applause? he's like, I want to tell jokes, and my jokes are so. And I was like, did you see me on stage? Did you see Will Gibbons? We're horrible. There's no way. We set the bar so low, you got to worry about tripping over it, man. Like, you're going to do good. Let's hear it for your sound person, gender non-specific, politically correct term for Stymie coming up on stage. First time ever doing comedy. Keep it going. Brand new to the stage. Stymie.
Hi guys. I've never done this before, as you can see, but I'm kind of old, as you can tell. And I've been told that 50 is the new 30, but that really doesn't work with the cops very well. Also, yeah, the other day I was over at McDonald's, just hanging out, having some food, and I was kind of sitting staring out at the play place. And a lady came up and she goes, so which ones are yours? And I said, well, I'm really not sure yet. So, you know, we were talking about that. Also, you guys want to know a great way to screw up a knock-knock joke for somebody? Yes. Come on, somebody say it. Say it. Knock-knock. It's open. Knock-knock. It's open. Oh, that worked. Let's see. I've got more, trust me. Woo! Let me get my cheat sheet out. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm not supposed to do it this way. So,
He's a real comic. He's already looking at his phone.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
One of us.
have any of you ever had stuff that says not dishwasher safe? Yeah, that to me, that's more of a challenge than a warning. Because, you know, why not? Just like user friendly is another way of saying you're just fucking stupid. I've got a lot of stuff on here. Oh yeah, and in the South, have any of you guys ever noticed the bumper stickers that say "proud parent of a nephew"? Has anybody seen those? Yeah, they're something else. Oh yeah, and you know NASA's trying to figure out a way to get stuff to Mars, and we're going to try to, you know, see what's up with Mars and stuff. So, do all of you agree that if the first baby born on Mars is not named Marvin, we're all going to just freak out over it? Because, you know, Marvin would be the perfect name for a Mars kid. Yeah, I know. I'm new at this. This is my first time.
Google some funny jokes.
Ouch! That was funny. Did you know that you can't make a baby by adding water to baby powder?
Oh my god!
And what if, when we're not looking, bananas get all black and bruised because they have their own fight club that we don't know about? I mean, it could happen. And I also found out that going to Kinko's, it's not near as kinky as I thought it would be. It's just, they just don't do that there. Let's see. Oh yeah, and to give you an idea, I'm recently separated, so I spent a lot of time alone at home. And just to give you an idea of how my afternoon went, I spent the day dipping strawberries in Dayquil. So yeah, I was having fun with that. It's just one of those things, you know. And you know, some people say I'm crazy. I prefer the term happy with benefits. Well, and here's a quote from somebody that it says, "People rarely show you their true identity." It's by Anonymous. And yeah, my ambition is to be the last man on earth so I can find out if all those girls were telling the truth. Oh, here's one for you. ATMs should really have built-in breathalyzers. I swear to God, it would save people so much money. Oh, and before we divorced, my wife and I have sex an average of twice a week. She has it 4 times a week. I don't have it at all. And while we're at it, does the 5-second rule apply to soup? I kind of need to know that. Oh, and you know how you pitch to Zoom on, on your phone and stuff? Yeah, I tried to do that with a photograph. It's like, what the hell? My brain was off there. Oh, and I just found a half-eaten hot dog inside of a Mr. Potato Head in the hamper. Living with a toddler is like living with a tiny hammered person. Little drunk guy. Oh, and I don't want to brag, but I was just recently selected to be in a random survey. So, lucky me. You just want to come up here and grab this, don't you? I cut myself setting up my new TV and got blood all over it. So now I guess it's a plasma TV. Yesterday my Wi-Fi went out and I ran out of Diet Coke. So I think I'm pretty much ready for being on Survivor. So yeah, there's that. Let's see. I'm going to run out of stuff here. No, I'm not. Are you waiting? Is this like an intense type, are we waiting? What are we waiting for?
Let me see your Twitter, I'll find a good one.
Everything, I post everything on Facebook. All of my jokes go on Facebook because up until now I've been too chicken shit to get up here. So I just hide in the background and do that. And yeah. Oh, and speaking of Facebook, if your Facebook post requires me to hit continue, yeah, forget it. Get a fucking diary. Oh, and what do you do with 365 used condoms? Melt them down, make a tire, and call it a good year. Oh, and does anybody, do you know the sexual position that makes the ugliest kids?
Doggy style.
No. I tell you what, ask your mother. Yeah, there's always, also when you're driving, there's that last setting on your windshield wipers where you just, it's like, just calm the fuck down. But, yeah. Yeah, and also from watching nature shows, I've noticed every other all the animals have just one sex position. Doggy style. I mean, you're never going to see a zebra doing a reverse cowgirl. And whenever I see a woman breastfeeding in public, my first reaction, of course, is to get in line. I plan on leaving all my money to the campaign against illiteracy, too. But they can't read this, right? They're not going to know that. Yeah. This lady in front of me, I was in line one day at the store, and this lady in front of me was in the 20 items only with way more than 20 items. And she really didn't believe me when I told her it was Wet Willy Friday. Oh, and here's one for you. You'll love this. In paintball, they should make a paintbrush be able to be a knife. Wouldn't that be cool? case you get too close. Oh, and the Jehovah's Witness thing, that's always fun. The fact that I had some come over today, and I think what scared them more was not the fact that I answered the door naked, but that I knew where they lived. Oh, and today I also learned, never ask a woman how she manages to dye her roots black. Not a good idea. You guys are fun. I'm also going to start telling women that I'm only here for a limited time only. Maybe their shopping instincts will kick in and I'll do better off. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and I got some new business cards for work. They're basically just me putting up the finger and screaming, because that's usually what I do. Ask these guys, you know. And by the way, here's one. I gotta know this. How come nobody in a zombie movie has ever seen a zombie movie? They've never seen a zombie movie. How? I don't understand. Anyway, I think I'll let you guys have some fun and get away from me. So, thank you for letting me get up here, and hardly ever I get on stage and play around. So yeah, when I grow up, I want to be. Oh shit, I already am. Okay. Really not a big fan of adulting, by the way. Thank you.
Give it up for Stymie! Oh my God, that's good! You should keep doing comedy! Alright, we're gonna have more headliners back every fourth Saturday if things go well. Make sure you tell your Facebook friends. If you're driving and you've had too much to drink, thank you for coming to the Firehouse. Otherwise, please order a taxi because it's cheaper than DUI. Make sure you tip your bartenders. They're both going to college, really expensive college. Thanks for coming out.